Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here, except one little thing about that introduction. Given what just happened to RG3, I didn't like the reference to being the quarterback. I bring greetings from Governor McDonnell, and also congratulations and thanks to all of you here involved in transportation construction, and maintenance, across all of our modes in the Commonwealth. It's been a great year. It's been actually a great 3 years for us in transportation. I'm looking out at our team here who have helped lead both making sure we get more money out in the street, dealing with some reforms internally, working with the General Assembly, working with you to make sure that we have ended up, in fact, just this year alone, there are almost $14 billion in large projects going on throughout the Commonwealth. In fact, just today, I was with the Commissioner and his team as we broke ground for the construction of the new Midtown Tunnel, $2.1 billion project. Just last month, the Commissioner was out, ended up doing the closing with the PBTA office on the new 460 project, 55 mile expressway design road between Petersburg and Suffolk, $1.5 billion. We're moving forward on the Dulles extension after a lot of fits and starts and fights, and there I definitely felt like RG3. And that project's moving forward, and we expect that project to be awarded early, or either late this year or early next year, another $2.8 billion project. Lists go on and on and on. And the thing is that we've been able to do this with really the assistance of the General Assembly, by doing a lot of reforms internally, by selling bonds, and also taking advantage of what's been a great market, I mean, incredible market for both interest rates and for prices for construction. The thing is, though, is that, to be very honest with you, we're running out of gas. We're running out of gas. And we have, in Virginia, talked a lot of different ideas about how do we find transportation funding, how do we end up putting more money out into transportation. And, you know, this has been an elusive goal here in Virginia. It's not just Virginia. You see it happen at the federal level. You see it happening across the entire country. The inability of people to kind of come together to deal with transportation funding. We have a basic problem in transportation funding in the city. And actually it's the same for around the country. We have not raised our gas tax since 1986. So just from inflation alone, we've lost more than half the value of the gas tax that we collect today. Then you got to add into what is this bigger problem that we see happening in the future, and that is what's happening now and into the future, and that is cars are getting much better fuel mileage standards. We're seeing the impacts of the alternative fuel vehicles. Right now we're 90-something thousand alternative fuel vehicles in this state, and the number keeps on growing. We see just in just 1 year alone, we're tracking these numbers, and that is the amount of gas tax collected per vehicle mile travel fell in 1 year 6.5%. And so we got a big problem. And the issue is that how do we deal with the future economy? How do we deal with the need for more money coming into transportation? Just a couple days ago, the governor announced a new package. It's a package that, quite honestly, is kind of bold, it's radical. It's tied to the sales tax, which is a growing revenue source in the state. One that if you just looked at the growth in the revenue in the last 10 to 12 years, we can track that it's gone up almost 70% of the sales tax, while the gas tax has only gone up revenue-wise about 10%. And so the governor wants to get us off the gas tax, put us on the sales tax. That will deal with our issues on maintenance. That will solve our construction crossover problem. We're taking construction dollars to deal with our maintenance problems. That will end up putting in, just think about this, next 5 years, just the next 5 years, an additional $1.8 billion in new construction out there. In addition, another $600 million in transit. We got money going to the port. We got more money going to aviation. So this is a very bold, very radical thing. Hopefully everyone's following what's going on. If you look at the initial reaction, it's been sort of incredible because everyone is out there given their normal sound bites, why it's either too much or too little, why this is wrong and this is wrong. And the thing is that many of the things that they're saying just really miss the mark, because what the governor's really put out is something that just changes us, gets us off the old sound bites, gets us on to a new revenue stream. So listen, this is, the governor continually points to one thing. We're going to say 3 points. If we meet with more and more people, he ends up putting out 3 rules. He said, when you design a transportation funding package, you have to have 3 things. The first is you have to deal with our problems, our chronic shortfalls in money. The second is it has to be sustainable out into the future. And the third thing is it has to be politically binding. Every one of us in this room can come up with solutions that meet those first 2 goals. But quite honestly, none of us can come up with that third goal. The governor has come up with that with the package that can meet that third goal. It only is going to pass with your support. And every one of you in this room ends up being beneficiaries, not just simply citizens, not just simply business people, but people involved in the industry, if this package passes. I mean, we're talking about an additional $850 million more per year starting in year 5. That's a lot of money on the street. That's a lot of money going out to projects. It's a lot of money that will end up helping our citizens and our transportation system. So I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm here to encourage you to reach out to your legislators, to reach out to your families, to reach out to colleagues and people you go to church with, people you work out in. Believe me, this is actually a fun time for me, because normally I go to the gym in the morning, people come up and complain to me about, the light is turned, the sequence of this light at the corner of Parham and this, or I got a pothole, the pothole's so big, my wife, she broke the rim. Now they run from me, because I say, listen, I hope you contact your senator, your delegate. You don't think I'm going to hunt you down? I am. Well, we need your help. We really need your help. Listen, if it doesn't happen this session, the governor's made it quite clear, they're not leaving until we solve this problem. If it doesn't happen this session, folks, it ain't going to happen the next 5 years. Okay? We know the politics are going to be whoever wins it. It has nothing to do with, per se, who wins the election. It's the issue of just what the politics of the politics. This governor is going to lead. He's going to fight to make sure we get this funding, that's sustainable funding, that we get to, $800+ million into transportation each and every year. And we really need your help. We really need your help. We encourage you to go out and reach out to your delegates, reach out to your senators, reach out to your trade association. We're out there. Hopefully, this association will end up supporting us and what we're trying to do. We got 44 days to get this done, and it's going to take a real team effort. So, on behalf of the governor, I just want to say right up front, I want to thank you all for getting behind this. I want to thank you all for helping us. And this is something I think many years from now, we are going to be the first state that does this. I can tell you, we are hearing all types of interest in other states. We can't continue doing what we're doing. We got to get everybody to come out of their corners, put away their sound bites, put down their Twitter, come to the middle, figure out a way to join with us to end up getting this package through. So, thank you all very much. And if you have any questions or concerns or problems, or if Mr. Worley and VDOT staff haven't been very good at giving your firm a good contract, thank you all very much. Any questions? Questions? Joking when I said that. Yes, ma'am.
How are you going to respond to the opposition about that being a regressive approach, a regressive tax?
Yeah, actually, we're designing some papers right now to take a look at that. In some ways, I have turned into a geek. I've always been kind of a policy guy, but I got to tell you, my kids, they make fun of me. I used to come home with interesting books, whatever I can, bring home Asphalt News, an ATA newsletter, and things like that. But one of the things is we've been running numbers, and just sort of as these numbers are final, but people have been going, think about 40, 30, 40, 50% of the taxes, gas taxes paid by people are from out of state. And we're going, where the heck they get that? Well, they made it up, okay? And so we have numbers showing actually about 10% of the people with gas tax, roughly the same for sales tax. The issue on regression is basically this. When we're looking at it, we're running numbers. Again, we're running numbers, but from what we can see, actually it is pretty much a wash, because people in rural areas where the household income is dramatically lower, guess what? They pay more gas tax because they drive much further distances to get to shopping, to work, or whatever.